Hi everybody, Dr. Lana Denny, Bulletproof Babes, and I have a unique one for you this week, but we could all find ourselves in this situation. So I'm going to show you live video footage from a crime that happened last week in Florida against an 83-year-old woman, and we're going to talk about kind of what she did wrong there, and we'll just talk about it a little bit more after the incident, but let's watch the tape. So, by the way, in California, we know that you can cash out a lottery ticket for up to $500 from a retailer. So I don't know how much she actually cashed out, but she just went into a store, cashed out her lottery ticket. She's got the money in her hand. She's waving that money around, counting her money. And look, here comes a guy. He notices the money, and he tries to grab it from her. You know, she should be screaming. She should be running, trying to run back into the store. Here comes Mr. Good Samaritan. He gets him away from her. She should get in the car right now and lock the door. But no, she stands there with the money still in her hand, and this guy attacks her again. And now there's a big struggle, right? And this guy, the Good Samaritan, you know, he's just trying to pull this guy off her, but he already grabbed some of the money, and he just runs away, and leaving her on the ground. So if you ever do win money like that, bring somebody with you. Like I said, it can be up to $500 here in California. I don't know what it is in Florida, but I'm sure it was probably less than $1,000. And interestingly, I have been in this situation before, not of getting robbed, but a few years ago, I was visiting in Chicago. I had a training seminar. I had an employee with me, and I also wanted to take the opportunity to visit my dad. And we met at a casino, and he sat down at a card game to play some money. I'd given him a little bit of money. He wanted to play some cards. You know, he's elderly, and he's playing cards, and he wasn't sitting there for more than 5 minutes before he won the jackpot for that table, which was $6,000. Now, I have never been through something like that before. Me and my employee were standing nearby, as was his wife. But this is what happens. It's a big commotion. Everybody within 50 feet of you knows that you just won a jackpot. The siren went off, and then security descended down on the table. There was like 3 big guys who were in the security jackets, and then they keep you there, and then they watch the film footage from the security cameras to make sure you didn't cheat, and then voila, they handed him $6,000 of chips, which everybody can see that you just got that money. And you know, all of a sudden, I remember feeling so vulnerable, but I felt safe because we were in the casino. There's cameras everywhere. There's security everywhere. But then you have to walk to the cashier, and she discreetly counted out $6,000 in 20s. But, you know, there's no security then. Now you got to make it from there to your car out in the parking lot. And if you've ever been to a casino, you know that those parking lots are vast, man. You're walking a football field to get back to your car. And there was 4 of us, but still, all 3 of us, you know, I can fight, but I didn't want to put my employee in that position. And then, of course, my dad's wife is elderly too. So we were just like on the lookout, eyes prowling, because you know what? People have been killed for a lot less than $6,000. It was an odd situation to be in. I think had it happen again, hopefully it will, I would ask security to walk us out to the car. I wouldn't have taken that risk. It was just such a shock for all of us to win that money, which my dad split with me, which was really cool, that we weren't really thinking about, like, what can we do? We should ask security to walk us out to the car, because I'm sure they would have done that. But instead, you know, we had to really keep vigil and be super attentive to whoever was around us, because people see you leave with all that money. So I hope you find yourself in that situation one day. And remember those tips. Be hyper vigilant. And if you're going to cash in a lottery ticket like that, bring somebody with you. Get in the car right away. Don't sit there and engage with somebody. I'll see you soon.